Good morning guys, today is June 7th and I'm in my old University College Dublin because this morning I'm getting my body fat tested in a BodPod. The reason that I'm getting my body fat tested is because I'm finally competing again, or I've finally picked a show at least, and that is the WBFF in Toronto, Canada in approximately 12 weeks time. Now, people who followed me or been following me on my channel for say the last 5 months or so, before I became a big YouTube celebrity, will know that I like to travel and I do fitness stuff as well. So that's the reason why I chose Canada. One, because the show is a good show, and also I get to travel to Toronto, meet some friends there, and then travel afterwards. I think I'm going to Iceland with friends from around the area after the show. So it's not going to be just fitness stuff. I'll be still traveling as well. There is no real benefit to getting your body fat tested. You know, I'm just going to do it now and then do it in 11 weeks time, so I can compare my body fat percentage and muscle mass to that of 11 weeks time when I've gone pretty hard on the cut. I've been cutting for quite a while, took a bit of a diet break, so you know, I stabled out. My weight didn't really go down a lot for a good while, but now I'm starting to push again for the final shred, which is what the series is going to be called. And then I can show you guys then again in 11 weeks time. I'll give you a bit of more update of what my prep consists of in terms of diet, training, all that stuff later on, or else maybe in a different video. But now I'm going to go into the gym, get the BodPod test done, and see what my body fat percentage is. I have no idea what it is. I'm going to guess around 13%. I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm here with Adam.
Hello.
Completely in the nip, besides the boxers. And this is the BodPod. We're going to get it tested. Adam's going to walk me through exactly what we have to do, and I'm going to step inside, check what the body fat is. So, quite stylish now. Do you mind if you just video like just for a second when I'm inside?
Yeah, you can just, so I have to talk you through the whole process. So what I need you to do is sit with your hands on your laps, your back up against the nice cold surface there. So you can breathe normally, and just there's a X here. If you focus on that through the window that's on the BodPod the whole time. So we're going to do 2 tests, and in between the 2 tests I have to walk across and I have to open the door. So when I walk across, I don't want you to follow me. You keep focused on that X there.
Yeah.
Alright. So as I said, I'll open the door. As I'm opening it, I'm going to tell you not to move anyway, but just don't move.
Alright.
In some cases we might have to do a 3rd test.
Yeah. And
in the case of the 3rd test, so basically when I come over to open the door again, don't move until I say, yeah Adam, you're good to move. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so what we have here now is your results. So that's all your private information or whatever. So over here, the main number then will be your percentage body fat. You're at 10.7%.
Alright.
And then obviously fat-free mass is 89.3. So what fat-free mass is, there's a definition for it here. So what it is basically it's everything that's not fat, so your bones, your organs, and your muscles. So in terms of weights, you're 9 kilograms of muscle, we'll say, and then 78.3 of fat-free mass. If you come back to us and the fat-free mass goes up, we say that's an increase in muscle because your bones and your organs don't really change size, whereas your muscles will. So yeah, there's your results. The big number being the 10.7%. Pretty good number. Yeah, it's very interesting. I thought it'd be a little bit higher, but it's a number to work off. I guess I probably want to get to about maybe 6'5". I don't know if it's possible. What do you think? Well, come competition time it probably is, but I wouldn't want to be sitting down around the 6'5" mark for too
it's not too healthy, and it's not going to feel too good, but you got to do what you got to do. So thanks Adam, appreciate it.
No hassle at all.
Alright, so we're back from UCD, picked up some white monsters, picked up Rowie C. He's gonna film my Alpha Elite video. We're just gonna go in now. That'll be out in a few days. That's outside gym, gonna hit some upper body workout. He's gonna join me, and yeah, so we'll go inside. What is going on guys? So today I'm not gonna go over, or I'm not going to have an editorial video of my workout. It's just going to be a more informative video. So we started off with bench press for upper body chest movements. It's just a basic movement that I've been using for the last say 8 to 12 months, focusing on setting our feet up first so that our body is quite stable. So set your feet up first, then go and rack the weight, or try and de-rack the weight. Don't get the weight first, then set up your feet. Second, we moved on to this exercise called CL rows, and we focused on holding the contraction at the top for about 1 to 2 seconds. That's going to ensure that you're not actually just using momentum to pull the weight, but you're actually using the muscles that you want to work. There's no point in trying to impress anybody here. Big weights are not going to build your muscle. Well, they will, but they're also going to get you injured. Third, we moved on to chest incline presses at about 45 degrees. Really focusing on bringing the insides of the elbows, whatever they're called, together so that the arm is coming across the chest. That is really going to be the function of what the chest is. So the chest is to bring the arm, or one of the functions is to bring the arm across the chest. So if we can mimic that in our exercise, we're going to get the full range of motion. We moved then on to pull downs, and the only thing that I can really say here in terms of the momentum that I'm using is try and pull the weight down as if you're thrusting. So trusting your upper body, it's going to give you a really good contraction, and focus on bringing your elbows to your waist, or at least try and bring your elbows to your waist, or then just pulling with your arms. That's going to engage your lats the most. We also then spotted a gym goer male who's wearing fake tan in the gym, so of course we had to get him on camera. The next exercise was overhead press, or military press, whatever you want to call it. Really focusing on keeping the bar path in one line, so keeping the bar going straight up and down. We don't want the bar moving back and forth. So when we get the bar just above our head, we really push through and put our head under the bar, so we're not pushing the bar out in front of us, which could then cause injuries. For arms, we moved on to dumbbell curls, and as you can see, the gym is falling apart. But what I really suggest here is focusing on bringing your baby finger, or your pinky finger, up to your rear delt. Obviously that's not possible, but that's the kind of motion that you want to get. So you want to get through the full range of motion on the biceps. So when you get to the bottom and the bicep is fully lengthened, you want to flex the tricep, because obviously the tricep can't be fully flexed if the bicep isn't fully lengthened. Then when you get to the top, you want to twist your wrist in or out as much as possible, so that it's like you're trying to touch your delt with your baby finger. For triceps, we moved on to rope push downs, and you want to take a few steps away from the machine so that there's always constant tension on your triceps, and try and get your upper body in line with the same angle that the cable is making. So when you stand back, you can see my upper body is at the same angle as the cable. Right, me and Rowie C post-workout in Tolteca.
Gains.
Making gains. Got burrito with chicken, corn, and pico de gallo, or gallo, whatever you call it. What you get on it?
Chicken, rice, lettuce, cheese, sweet corn, sour cream.
He doesn't give a shit about the macros.
No.
It's fucking all gains. Absolute stuff. Finished it. Just gonna use the macros from Tolteca, the American burrito place, because they're pretty much exactly the same. This is Chipotle, that's it. It's called Tolteca in Ireland. Chipotle in the States. Thanks for that, Robbie. You see, I'm a fast eater. Gotta get the macros in. Actually, in most of them Toltecas, they take the lids off the little hot sauces, because on drunken nights out, chaps like this fella swipe
Steve
them,
Murphy.
put them in their pockets and bring them home. So I was surprised to see the actual lids on the hot sauces.
What's going on? Why does every YouTuber say that? What's going on, guys? What are we talking about today? Facebook by Gary V. We're entrepreneurs in social media, leadership and self-awareness, which is quite crucial when coming together. I don't know, I'm taking the piss.
So I just dropped home Cleary there. His name isn't actually Rowie C. I just got that from Joey D. He's like Joey D's less shredded, retarded Irish brother, but not really. So in his ever inquisitive wisdom, he asked me about the body fat thing. So I have the body fat results just here. Hopefully we can see them on the sheet earlier, but it's 10.7% body fat at a weight of 87.7 kilos. So fat-free mass of about 78 kilos. And he asked me, you know, well, how come you're 10.7% body fat? And there's this hurling player, so hurling is an Irish sport for those who aren't Irish, who is a county player, so plays for a county, and is like 11% body fat, so very similar body fat, slightly higher, but looks nowhere lean as you do. And that's a question that I get a lot, and it's kind of a good question, you know. How come two people look completely different and they have the same body fat? Because I'm sure there's people who are leaner than me that don't look as lean as I am. And the reason behind that is because I have more muscle. So I've been working on my abs, working on my whole body basically for 8 years. So because I have more muscle, it pops through the fat more. So even though we have the same amount of body fat, I have more kind of lumps and bumps, if that's even a good description. Sounds weird. But yeah, so my abs can actually be seen because they're bigger. So if I had the same amount of muscle as this hurling player, I would just look just the same as him. I wouldn't be as lean looking, even though I'm only slightly leaner. So that's pretty much the reason behind that. And actually I answer a lot of questions on my Snapchat like this pretty much daily. That's all I do on my Snapchat. And you can add my Snapchat. I'm going to put it somewhere around here. And I answer every single question. I'm getting really good feedback. And that's kind of the reason that I haven't been making as many informative YouTube videos, because obviously Snapchat's really easy to, you know, upload and stuff. There's no editing. You just snap it and then it goes up straight away. So right now, I'm just about to eat 2 of these things. They are Tesco Quark. I don't know if you can see that. Along with 2 of these flavor drops from My Protein. They are just, I've never tried them before. And today's vlog has been slightly different. It's like, it's not a normal day for me today. It's like, today's almost like a weekend day. I don't really have much structure, but normally I'll try to get a lot more structure into my diet. And I would do cardio before I do anything in the morning. So I'd wake up, go meditate for like 10 to 20 minutes, and then go do cardio in a gym which is just like 50 meters away. And then I'd come and train in the evening. But today's all kind of mixed up, and I had the day off from work and I couldn't train or do any cardio physical activity before I got the BodPod test done. So I'm actually doing cardio in the evening now instead of doing it first. And I'm training in or doing the cardio in a different gym. And it might sound a bit weird that I'm going to a different gym to do the cardio, but I do have method in my madness. So I'm a big believer in willpower, and willpower is like a finite resource. So it's like a battery. So if you use some on this subject or this topic or this project, and then you move over to project B, and you had to use some willpower on project A, you're only going to have whatever's left from project A, if that makes sense. So let's say you're studying in the morning, and then you have a part-time job, and then you come home and you have to do a run. Your willpower is going to be drained from the first 2. So you want to do everything in your power to try and use as little willpower for tasks or daily tasks as possible. So, you know, if I had to go and do cardio at 6:30 in the morning and a gym which is like 2 kilometers away and have to drive there, get ready, it would be a lot more difficult, and I'd have a lot less willpower later in the day when it comes to stuff like sticking to my diet when I'm hungry, or, you know, training in the evening when I'm feeling tired and I don't want to train. So I joined the gym, which is like, you know, very commercial gym, but it has all the, you know, cardio equipment just like right beside my house. It wouldn't be one that I want to train in terms of weightlifting, but because it's so close, I can go and do my cardio there. I can literally fall out of bed, or now, you know, I can decide and 5 minutes later I'll be in the gym doing cardio. Whereas if I go back to the gym I was in earlier, I would have to, you know, pack all my stuff, get in the car most likely, drive there, drive back, and it's just a lot more willpower. And then say tonight when I'm hungry, say going to bed or whatever, I'll have less willpower to stick to the diet and say, you know, Adam, don't eat that thing because you're hungry, because I know obviously if I'm hungry, the easiest way to cure it is just to eat something. But I hope I'm making sense in terms of doing little things that might seem a bit mad at first, like joining 2 gyms, but then, you know, when it comes to your overall bigger goal, it makes sense because I have more willpower to stick to my overall goal. So that's why I have a membership in 2 gyms. Well, actually, in fact, I have a membership in 3 gyms, and that doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's my rant on willpower and being a member of 2 gyms. So just before I get to the gym, I want to put everything into my fitness pal. And I don't know if I mentioned it. I did mention it earlier, but I don't know if it made sense. That Tolteca is basically the Irish version of Chipotle. So I don't go there that often. I don't eat out that often. Actually primarily to save money, but also because it's harder to track. You know, the girl behind the counter isn't gonna, you know, give me exactly 80 grams of rice or whatever it is. She just gets a spoon and fucks it all in. But what I did remind myself of just there when I talked about cardio was a pretty funny story from the other day. So usually when I do cardio, it's like 40 minutes and I listen to podcasts and stuff or audiobooks. I love audiobooks. There's that little book setup. That's only like a quarter of my books. There's some of them are Mark's books as well. He's my roommate. And basically when I was on the cardio machine, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch some of that series that everybody watches, Game of Thrones. I don't watch it at all. I watched it a little bit when I used to live in France, but never really got into it. So I decided, you know what, I'll try give an episode a go. So I put on an episode, and the cardio machines are pretty close to each other. I was doing the elliptical, and lo and behold, the girl with the blonde hair, whatever her name is in the nip, and the scene gets quite heated with the big massive guy. And some old lady, it's about 6:30, 7 in the morning, some old lady gets on the elliptical beside me, looks at my phone, because my phone is going widescreen on the elliptical, and is absolutely horrified at what she's watching. I think she thought I was watching like porn at 7 o'clock in the morning doing my cardio, and it was the most embarrassing, say, 30 seconds of my life. I didn't know what to say. I could see her in the peripheral vision just looking at my phone, and if I went to change it, it would look really awkward because it would look like I was watching porn. But if I left it, I just had to let the awkwardness dissipate and try not to be awkward. But yeah, that was really awkward. Fortunately, I didn't get reported, but that was one of the worst cardio moments of my life. But I think she realised after a couple of minutes that it was Game of Thrones. But I don't think I'll ever live that one down. And I hopefully don't have to do cardio beside her ever again. But anyway, that's enough of my cardio stories. Hopefully there's a few more cardio stories because cardio is not that interesting. But now I'm going to go to do the cardio in the gym. Catch you guys after. I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys, under this light here. The autofocus on this Canon G7X is not great at night time. But these vlogs are not going to be daily because I have a full-time job in the technology industry, but I'm not allowed video inside the building, and you don't really want to be watching that sort of stuff every single day anyway. I sit at a desk, it gets kind of boring for the viewers. I'm gonna aim for 2 vlogs a week, so I'm gonna try and put the informative content in my vlog so that they're entertaining and informative. But whatever you guys suggest, I'm gonna put that in my videos because these videos are for you at the end of the day. And if you like the content, you know, I'm gonna grow, you're gonna watch them more. So whatever you guys want, leave it in the comments, send me a private message or whatever, and I'll put that in my videos. I'm aware that I didn't really give a physique update in this video because we filmed it earlier, but basically the other camera didn't have like image stabilization in the lens, and it was really wonkety. So I'll put that in the next vlog, which I'm actually gonna film tomorrow, but it'll be released in a couple of days time. But thanks so much to everybody who's been following me since I began the channel, and now that I'm a massive YouTube celebrity, it still hasn't gone to my head, and I remember all you guys still. Not serious, but Yeah, I want to continue to grow, and I appreciate all the support that people have given me and people will be giving me going forward, and hope that you'll follow, share with everybody else, and you know, give the feedback, honest, positive, negative, whatever it may be. But you guys know the drill. If you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Bye.